Hey you guys, so today I'm going to talk about the 6 parts of lucid dreaming. These are praying for protection, being able to dream, becoming lucid, staying lucid, remembering the dream, and then creating your dream experience. These are all different parts of lucid dreaming that one must cultivate to successfully be able to explore the lucid dreaming world. When you can master these elements, then you can do everything from fly, ask the universe questions, interact with dream characters, and explore different realms, or even create your own. I want to emphasize that it's a lot of inner work and outer work to be able to lucid dream. It's not always like taking a shortcut, even though there are vitamins, there are herbs that can help you with different parts of this lucid dreaming. It really takes a strong commitment to cleansing and strengthening your body, mind, and spirit to be able to explore this lucid dreaming world. But the good news is that you can treat it like you're going to the gym, for those of you that can go to the gym. So the more you exercise different muscles during the waking life, the stronger you will get in the dream life. So let's start with the first part. Number 1, praying for protection. So lucid dreaming is a lot like driving. There are many energies and entities and thought forms surrounding you that you need to ground yourself and protect yourself from them, just as if you were driving in a car. You need to wear a safety seat belt. So you can pray to God, Jesus, angels, or guides to protect yourself during this travel. Imagine your golden light or Merkaba shield bubble around you, giving you strength, love, and confidence. If you find yourself in a state of sleep paralysis, these are also answers and solutions to that issue as well. I've struggled very often by trying to physically break out of a state of sleep paralysis, and I'm not successful all of the time. I just fall back asleep. But I found that a simple prayer of the heart instantly and effortlessly dispels the darkness and paralysis and frees the body. It's so simple. It's a bit hard to believe unless you've experienced it yourself. So, number 2, being able to dream. So what if you just can't dream at all? I assure you, everyone dreams and can dream. But if you aren't dreaming, there are a number of reasons and possibilities. Your body is heavy, or your spirit is heavy, or they're both heavy. A heavy body means you have a sick gut or a poor diet. You don't work out or aren't active, so a lot of energy is stuck inside, accumulating, overstimulating your body, making it easier for burnout as you don't have a way to release your daily energy. And it eats you up inside, makes you feel heavy, lethargic. Your mind is stimulated from too much draining work, or you're watching too much media on the TV or phone. You're playing too many games or absorbing blue light after sunset. You may have too many over-the-counter medications. You may be on birth control pills or sleeping pills or antidepressants. These all affect your ability to dream. Another reason is if you eat your dinners close to your bedtime, because then your body will focus on digesting rather than resting, especially if you eat a heavy meal. If you don't have enough sleep, your body will go into rest mode and not have enough energy to remember dreams. It may feel as if you don't dream at all because you are in an energy deficit. Sleep is supposed to be the ultimate healing time for your body, not for digesting. It is one of the worst things you can do for yourself to eat late. So, out of any other medicine, sleep is definitely number 1. So protect your sleep time. So what can you do to help yourself just dream? Make sure you get at least 20 minutes of activity a day. Try to make this time a sweating time because that detoxes your body and it gets rid of all that excess energy. Do a cleansing diet for your colon. I love the Soursop Bitters that I take. It cleanses my colon and I use it a few days out of the beginning of each month or after I kind of wreck my gut with a bad diet. I also take bitters after every meal as well. This is a different one, and I'll link it below too. It helps me digest my food and absorb more nutrients. So you're going to want to avoid refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, fried food, fast food, and bad fats. You'll want to get adequate nutrition like good fats, protein, fruits, and veggies. You'll want to not be super stressed out by your family and your job and not have heavy emotions like anger or guilt. I know, I'm asking you to be perfect, right? Well, it just takes a few things at a time and you'll see a difference. Just work on it one step at a time. So about a decade ago, there was a whole year in which I couldn't dream, write, feel, nor cry. I was super blocked up in every way. I even had kidney stones. I was doing all the wrong things. I was sick, inactive, drinking 4 shots of espresso a day, not eating right, not drinking water, not sleeping, not happy. I was taking care of my sick father. It took an entire immersive experience by the ocean for 18 days before I could heal myself. It was a yoga retreat. I was just there for a certification, and 3 days in, my whole being opened up again, and I didn't even expect it. So you could do something similar. An immersive experience is really powerful, but you could detox, fast, spend time in nature, forest bathe. Just go out of your current routine for a long weekend and you will see a huge difference. So, okay, number 3. Once you're able to dream, we are led to the next part, becoming lucid. What does becoming lucid even mean? It means waking up to your own awareness of consciousness, remembering the individuality and power of you, that you have the freedom and sovereignty to control every reaction and creation of your life and interactions. To become lucid in your dream life, you need to become lucid in your waking life. The waking life is more grounded in the physical form, whereas the astral realms are fast and instantaneous. You'll get washed away in swirling ideas, thought forms, and energies. So you must build your muscle of awareness when you're awake. And you can do this through different types of meditation. Many people think meditation is just sitting down, breathing, and trying to keep your monkey mind clear. But this actually may be too difficult in the beginning. A great beginner's meditation that I love is a walking meditation, or just practicing simple awareness. And you can do this anywhere. You can be waiting in line for coffee or waiting at red light in traffic. And instead of looking at your phone, all you have to do is notice the things around you. Call things out by their shape, form, color. Call things out as you see it. Formulate an objective awareness of the world around you. Paint a picture with your words. This is great while you're just walking somewhere too, so you aren't lost in thought. You are actually engaging your awareness on the ever-changing landscape around you. The scenery may be changing, but your constant engagement stays the same and even strengthens and deepens. So my ultimate favorite meditation is called the mirror technique. To practice the mirror technique, just notice a reflection of yourself whenever you enter into a new room. You do this throughout the entire day. And it could just be a mirror or the back of the spoon or just something with a slight reflection like tinfoil. Just find something. Look at yourself and ask, am I dreaming? The next level of this exercise would be to engage in intention like, okay, yes, I'm dreaming. Now I'm going to fly. Okay, now I'm going to find my lover. Okay, now I'm going to create my dream house. So I love this exercise because I can do it anywhere, and it trains me to remember myself throughout the day. It just takes a few seconds. And all you have to do is remember to remember. But I know that's a catch-22, right? So if you keep on practicing it, you will get really good at it, and you will remember in a dream. You will remember to look at your reflection in a dream. And the moment you see your reflection in a dream, you will become lucid. So another technique is some games. I like to play with a game called I Love You Too, the second one. If you like blowing off some steam with some games, this is one that will actually help you with lucid dreaming. The game itself is about rearranging hues of colors so they chromatically are in order. But I really like this game because it trains my eyes to be more sensitive. And this helps when I'm in the transitioning from sleep to dream state, and I can feel my brainwaves change. And there are different cues that show me when my brainwaves are changing besides just the physical feeling and vibration. One cue is visual. For me, I start to see a lot of colors, patterns, waveforms, and energies with my third eye. It very much feels like I am seeing it with my physical eyes as well. Like I am seeing a screen in the back of my closed eyelids, and there's all these visualizations on the back of my eyelids. And sometimes I can't tell a difference whether I'm seeing it with just my third eye or my eyelids. It feels like both. Kind of like seeing a transparent layer of my mind's eye over my physical eyes. The way it looks when you wear tinted colored glasses. You can see the world behind it, but you can also see the lens that are in front of you, and then everything's layered on top of each other. So the idea is to be able to even realize that you are seeing a state change in front of you. Kind of like when you're fishing and the moment you feel a tug of a small fish on your bait. When you acknowledge that something is there, you place your attention on it, and then you can see the feeling grow and deepen. I call this part the hook. When I feel my brainwaves change, I get this tiny surge of validation and confidence because I know I'm primed to enter into a lucid dream state blast off. Of course, other exercises like learning how to paint or listen to sounds around you and knowing how to isolate elements of sensations really help too. But this app, the I Love Hue app, is an easy and addicting way to practice. Okay, so once you remember to remember and become lucid, this leads to the next part of lucid dreaming, staying lucid. So you're lucid, but to stay lucid is a different story. In the gym world, you are able to lift that weight. Good. Now, how long can you hold that weight? So when I'm not practiced, I can become lucid, but I get distracted very easily and get swept away in a ridiculous dream or different scenarios, and I don't get to create the world I want. So basically, how strong is your concentration? Do you lose focus easily? Can you complete a thought, a project, an intention, a promise to yourself or others? Do you ever walk into a room and forget why you were there? Don't worry, I have problems with all of these too. The fast-paced nature of today's social media and entertainment makes us lose our attention span, but I have ways for you to strengthen it. The walking meditation I mentioned earlier is a great start. I love tangible methods like the water pouring method. All you have to do is take 2 containers and fill one with water and pour the water from one end to the other. And it will take your concentration so you don't spill any drop on the floor. Do this for just a minute a day. Or another one is you can count to 20 without letting yourself get carried away in thoughts. And if you do, you have to start over and you'll get better at it. Getting carried away with a thought is not the same as noticing a thought come in. You can always see thoughts come in. They're always coming in. The same way clouds always float across the sky. The key is to acknowledge it and then bring your focus back to yourself. But if you notice yourself jumping from one thought to another thought to another thought, and then like it's been 10 minutes and you didn't even realize you were counting, then you need to start over. Okay, so other great exercises are learning and practicing something creative. This can be an art or dance. It can be a real useful skill, or just reading a book or an article to completion. You can also have a list of goals you want or need to do during the day and check off those boxes whenever you finish them. See how you can integrate lucid dreaming practices into your daily life? It's about staying on track with your intentions. And you're going to see lucid dreaming is real life. When we wake up in our waking life and can control our actions, then this life becomes the dream, a dream come true. The astral world is a great litmus test to your training in the waking life. And when you grow as a life artist, you will see that you can use your dreams as the canvas. Okay, next step is being able to remember your dreams when you wake up. You'll find a lot of these exercises cross-train and strengthen other parts that I speak of, but I still want to identify and isolate them in depth because sometimes you're doing really good in something, but you just aren't getting the results that you want. For example, you may be meditating a lot, but you still can't dream. And this could be some simple reason like you don't get enough sleep, or you're eating too much junk food, or you're watching too much TV, etc. So with memory, it's about the health of your emotional and physical state, like I mentioned earlier, with having just the ability to dream. And that is a very strong prerequisite to remembering your dreams. A good exercise is keeping a dream journal. Before you go to bed, write down your intentions you want to see in your dreams, your diet that day, your feelings, and in the morning, keep track of what you dreamt. Even if you didn't dream or didn't remember your dream, notate that down. And if you did dream but can't remember details, just start off with something basic like feelings. Was it a negative dream, neutral, or positive? The more you practice grounding your experiences and anchoring your mind to the paper, the more it will tell your brain that you have an intention to remember, and the more you will remember. I personally strengthen my memory with memory games, such as the Schultz table exercises. I do them before bed each night. I'll list these links below too. But basically, the Schultz exercises comprise of a grid of numbers, and you can only focus on the one in the center. Then you use your periphery to click on the different numbers that surround it, but in ascending or descending order. And it trains your focus and memory at the same time. Do this every night before bed for great results. And of course, different puzzles of any kind are all good for the brain as well. The next tip for memory involves food. Don't eat before bed. Your bedtime is for resting, not digesting. Your brain will have no blood in it, and you may get nightmares like I always do. A lot of starch and carbs will also make your brain heavy. The right food will actually boost your memory. Foods like berries, walnuts, tart cherry juice, citrus, mushrooms, mushroom powders will enhance your memory. Magnesium before bed will not only keep your immune system high, but it'll relax your body, help you sleep, and improve your memory. And I've learned actually that whenever I take the detox aminosol Soursop Bitters I mentioned earlier, I remember my dreams so well. I'm not sure if it has to do with the cleansing colon part of it, or if it's because there's Irish moss in it. Because I have another dream vitamin that's called huperzine A, and it's a chemical taken from Chinese club moss, and that greatly helps with brain cognition, function, and memory. Whenever I take the huperzine A, I definitely remember my dreams. So not sure if mosses across the board just help with dreaming. I'll have to look into that. And let me know if you know. There's other vitamins like monoatomic gold, like Etherium Gold, and it makes your synapses fire faster, and that makes you remember. And my first dream vitamin, the OG dream vitamin, is actually valerian root, which is a natural herb in the forest, and that makes you super relaxed, makes you sleep super well, and it helps me lucid dream. Okay, so do this one at a time. Do the herbs one at a time, and remember that these shouldn't be used in a long-term period or in excess, and it does not replace a healthy lifestyle. Definitely research more deeply before ingesting any of these recommendations. I don't take these every night. What I do take every night is magnesium, and I can safely pair it with something like tart cherry juice. But all the other ones, just take them sparingly. And they'll also weaken in effect if you take them too much. All right, and some other things that help with dreams are scents and smells, such as lavender, rosemary, and frankincense. Those are very good for activating the memory. All right, so last but not least, the sixth part of the lucid dreaming experience is creating your dream experiences. If you have worked on all of the steps prior, you should be primed to exercise the creation part. It is possible to fly, interact with characters, ask questions about the universe, practice art, travel, or create things in your dreams. Of course, if you are in a creator mode in your waking life, then it will be a lot easier to achieve this process. So we have to have a strong intention to get to our destination. For example, during my lucid dream transition, I visualize the destination I want to go to and I hold on to that visualization. But sometimes the quality of the experience is not exactly how I want it. Like, for example, I visualize the ocean and then I get transported into the ocean. The ocean looks like an 8-bit video game from the 1990s. It's not as in high definition as how I would like it to be. For the quality to be better, I have to use more focus and energy in the waking life, like spend more time looking at photos of water, clouds, or go to an actual ocean and look at it and practice painting it even. The level and depth of my experience is based upon my level of awareness in the waking life. I would want to absorb other senses like sounds, smells, and feelings to create a full-bodied, full-rounded experience to project and replicate in the astral realm. So you can see it as painting with our senses and memory. We're like really complex hard drives. So you see that how well we document an experience is up to our awareness and focus. So you guys are going to think this is ridiculous, but I have to share that in my younger years, I've had some diets in which I was trying to abstain from cake. Well, now I just try not to eat cake in general. But I would crave it so much, sometimes I would visualize it and eat an invisible cake going to bed and just visualize the sensation in my head. But my visualizations were so strong that I would create lucid dream experiences where I was eating that cake and having that cake experience. Calorie-free, guilt-free. And they were great. They were very vivid and very realistic. And it's funny how I was better at recreating those senses than I was at recreating the visual ocean. So something else that really helps with the creating aspect are virtual reality headsets. So virtual reality is a really great tool right now to practice your lucid dream creating. First of all, I think that the VR experience is the closest thing to the actual feeling of lucid dreaming. You're able to separate your consciousness from the world around you and have the exhilarating feeling of being in control, creative, and free. But do it sparingly because honestly, I think it's not very good for your eyes right now and it will overstimulate you. So there's been a lot of cool new games since I've made a video about VR. But check out the video that I have to see which games would help you with your lucid dreaming, creating, and experience. So lastly, a big part of being able to create your realm is not reacting and having the buffer between you and the world to control your response to it. Again, the biggest way you can do this is by practicing it in your waking life. So meditating really helps to create this buffer between myself and my reactions. For example, once I was sitting with my eyes closed and just counting my breaths, and my dog came in the morning and started barking at me. I had the urge to yell at him for disturbing my peace, but because I had the initial strong intention of keeping my eyes closed and not moving, and I was just sitting there breathing and having my eyes closed, it gave me enough space to see myself reacting on the inside that way, and I was able to hold my tongue and not move. Then that gave me even more space to realize that, oh, my dog was just saying hello, and that I should greet him back instead of being mad or yelling at him. So being able to see that space between you and the events around you and your response to it is so big, or else you just get swept away with whatever stories that your dreams put you in, and a lot of them are very triggering. I have this problem a lot. I play tons of different stories and identities. Sometimes I am on the ride instead of being the one that's controlling it. It can be fun at times, but if you want to level up and create your own experience, then this is the part where you have to do the work. If we take the metaphor of a car and the dreamer is the driver, then it is the desire that fuels the intention, and the intention is your destination. You must have enough muscle and awareness to hold onto your destination in your mind and drive directly towards it. You also need to be aware of the distractions on the road and have enough willpower to not follow them. The moment you follow them, you get lost. Every obstacle needs willpower and choice to avoid it and to continue on your previously intended path. I've had intentions while trying to get into the lucid world, but I will have so many thought forms try to sweep me away. I will have other identities implanted into me, different desires and callings, like maybe I have to finish up a college essay, even though I haven't been to school in over a decade. I might have a sudden new job as a factory worker that makes shoes, or I might be a goat herder and I now have to go collect my goats. So many different things happen, and you just got to remember your own identity and to stay strong in your own presence. Okay, so that was a lot, but those are the 6 main parts to be aware of and to cultivate if you want to successfully lucid dream and create your own worlds. So if you guys have any recommendations or technique that I haven't listed here, or have had your own experiences and want to share, comment below or message me at lanainthesky1122@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys. Happy dreaming.